All right, here we go with video 26, the macro pattern. I'm talking about the big boy macro pattern of them all, based around the Bitcoin halving. First of all, this is Dr. Chef, Dr. Chef's Crypto, not an official financial advisor, educator, education and entertainment purposes only. Here we go. So, first thing you need to realize is although it looks like a bunch of different stuff, what I mean is the NFTs and the DeFi and the metaverse and the gaming, it all looks like it is a lot of different things. It's actually really only one thing, and that's the blockchain. And the foundation of the blockchain is in cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin. So the reason that NFTs matter is because of the blockchain. The reason that the games being connected together is the blockchain. The reason that people are buying land in the metaverse or Facebook is changing their name to Meta is because of the blockchain. And the blockchain starts with Bitcoin. If you look at all the patterns, you're going to see that all of the coins are following Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin's going up, the rest of them are going up in general. Bitcoin's going down, the rest of them are going down. In general, they're all kind of locked together. NFT cost, everything is locked in to a Bitcoin price structure. And if you can figure out a pattern for Bitcoin, you're going to have a way to create a strategy based on that. And this information's pretty rare, pretty advanced, but most people that study cryptocurrency and are scholars of this or the analysts of this are aware of the macro pattern that I am speaking of based around Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin halves, what it means is the reward given out for being the fastest to get the most correct version of the blocks together. The reason people are doing that, the reason millions of people are all over that, and the reason the blockchain is perfect and full of truth is because you get a reward for it, and the reward is worth real major money. And that block reward is halved about every 4 years. This ensures that there's getting to be less and less given out. There's less and less Bitcoin going on the market. It stretches out the life of the Bitcoin. It makes it worth more and more. And the limited number of Bitcoin make it worth even more. Every 4 years, give or take, so 12, 16, and 20, 2012, 2016, 2020, the Bitcoin reward has halved. This creates a lot of activity because it changes patterns, okay? Almost across the board the next year, and I'm talking about 2013 and 2017 and 2021. So all three major times this has happened, the year following the halving has seen massive all-time highs, okay? That's just basically across the board. That's your macro pattern. It just played out again. 2021 has seen two giant mountains, two all-time highs, valley in between, in a low slump right now leading into 22. In the macro pattern, the year after the big all-time high year, which is the year after the halving, that year is considered to be a slow year, usually 2 years. There's a slump. Now, there's action happening inside of it, but in the macro pattern, 22 is equal to 18, which is equal to 14. And in that macro pattern, these are all low price slump years. Furthermore, you can track the lowest point between the all-time highs as being the end of that year after the all-time high year. So we're talking about the end of 22 should be our all-time lows for this piece of the pattern, meaning you should buy everything and get your positions ready in 23 so that you're ready for the big explosion that'll start in 24. This is the macro pattern. Now, things can be violated, things can change. These patterns aren't perfect. But the macro pattern is every 4 years is a halving. The year after that, there is a giant explosion of all-time highs. The year after that, there's a slump, which means 22 should be a little slow. We'll see.